And this is the royal rice that I was talking about yesterday. And where is it? I can't really point to it while I'm looking at the camera. This is a muffin that Azariah decided to throw into my royal rice because he loves me. And I forgot to say, it also has beans in it. It has like, I can't remember what kind of bean. There's one kind of bean, and then there's the sweet red bean that's used in red bean ice cream. And it's got these dried dates you put in there too. Dried dates. They're really good. And so you have to let the entire mixture soak in water for like 3 hours. I just let mine soak overnight because it was really late last night after I got all my baking done, and I didn't feel like having to make rice. I had already made, right, last night, my husband made homemade ratatouille, everything from scratch, and he made it with whole grain and flax seed couscous for the ratatouille. And I made the cookie that Azariah is eating. I made a batch of, what do I call them? I don't know what to call them. It's chocolate chip cookies, but I put whole wheat in there, oatmeal flour, not oatmeal slash flour or common flour, it's oatmeal flour, soy flour, and I put more brown sugar than white sugar. The recipe calls for more white sugar, but I put more brown because I think it tastes better. And I put dark chocolate chunks in, and then semi-sweet milk chocolate chips, and butter, of course. You have to use sweet cream butter. You can't use salty butter because that's just not good for baking. It doesn't taste as good. And white flour is my base because I didn't have enough wheat flour, so I used some white flour and then as much wheat flour as I could for this batch. And I was thinking there's some other kind of flour that I put in there, but yeah, those my multi-grain chocolate chip cookies. That's what I call them. I've tried a couple different recipes, but this one I like the best. I think it tastes really good with the soy flour in it and everything. And I also made some, but okay, he dropped something down there. You can get it later. Goodness gracious. I also made the muffins. They're banana nuts, not banana nut. They're banana oatmeal muffins, and I think I put in some different kinds of flour into it. I put some flaxseed flour. I put that into the muffins too, and it called for some reason. It called for a lot of oil, and I put in a little bit of oil and some butter because it's just muffins and then with as much oil as they were calling for. It was just the recipe I think was crazy, and I also put an egg because when I had mixed it up with just the butter and the oil like it said, I mean, if I had put no butter in, it would have been just really, the mixture would not have been right. I know from personal baking experience it would not have turned out right, but they turned out all right. I mean, I've made better, so I was trying out a new recipe and I didn't really like it too much, but I think I put some, no, I didn't put any wheat flour in. No, I did put in wheat flour. Yeah. You have to cook wheat, except when you cook with wheat flour or bake with wheat flour, you have to cook it a little bit longer and you have to like constantly be watching it. It takes a lot longer, but I mean, it does taste better, so it's worth it. And I also made my rice for the week because that's the majority of what I eat is rice. I eat tons of rice with every meal. So I made my jasmine rice last night, and then I made some rice pudding with raisins last night, and I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna try. That's gonna be our dessert for today. And I also made, and then I soaked my royal. Stop! Just like looking at my feet because the baby dropped crumbs over here. And then I soaked my royal rice, and that's all that I did last night. And then my friend Alicia came over, and I was like so excited because she came over to spend the night. She spends the night with us every so often, and I really enjoy having her over. And we watched a bunch of videos on YouTube because we were going to watch some anime, but the place that we watched anime, it was down, so it makes it sound like it's all illegal, but it's not. No, our thing was down, so we couldn't watch it. So we're watching all this stuff on YouTube, and then we're watching like Flight of the Conchords music videos, and I was just showing her some of my random like favorite videos on YouTube, and then we watched like an episode and a half of Vampire Knight, the anime series, and we both like just passed out. So I haven't gotten past episode 2, and I like Vampire Knight because I read the well, I used to read the manga in manga, however you pronounce it, in Shoujo Beat, but Shoujo Beat is no more, and that's depressing. I loved Shoujo Beat. Now there's still Yen Plus, but I haven't bought Yen Plus in months, so I am so far behind, and it costs more, and it has a lot more has more chapters of manga in it, but there's like, it's kind of like 10 or 12 chapters of like different manga, but there's like 5 of them that I really don't like, so I don't read them. So about 4 of them actually, because one of them I do read just because. Actually, no, one of them I don't read. I'm getting myself confused. No, the one I don't read is